Okay, so this is my Weatherby Vanguard. This is the Series 2. I just picked this up last year. I wanted to go ahead and talk about it today since there really aren't that many videos on the internet about it. There are a lot of people talking about the Series 1s. The tan rifle that you see there in the background, that's a Series 1 Weatherby Vanguard. I got that. That's from 2006. That has a heavier barrel on it, and it's in 223. The gun up here in the front, though, is the one I really wanted to talk about. It's a Series 2. I bought it just last year, late 2014, and it's chambered in 308. So I wanted to kind of dabble in a little bit of distance shooting without paying a whole bunch of money, and so I decided a Weatherby was the better way to go. If you want to talk about the long-range shooting merits of this rifle, I don't want to waste a bunch of video time talking about it. I'm going to post a bunch of notes and everything in the description that'll probably explain my position on that. And okay, so let's talk about the features of the gun. Ignore the scope for now. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. We'll just kind of start at the back here. You'll see one of those rubber inserts up close. They're fairly smooth. They have a little bit of grip to them. Again, I don't find them necessarily good, bad, or otherwise. One of the things you'll notice there is that the bolt is a little bit different. The other one had a white and red marking for the safe and fire. This doesn't. It has a matte finish along the entire rifle. So, all the way to the end of the barrel, it's a matte finish that's more of a, it's kind of a flatter finish than the kind of glossy bluing that was on the Series 1. You'll also notice that this one has a 3-position safety. So fire's all the way at the front, safe is in the middle, that's trigger safe, the bolt will still move, and then if you want it double safe, or whatever you'd call that, it locks the bolt so you can't open it, and it locks up the trigger. So this is, I think it's a 2-stage. You'll notice it has slack in it, and then this gun's empty, by the way. Let me see if I can do this with my left hand. So it has a much crisper, much smoother trigger pull than any Series 1 factory gun ever had. It was why I put the Timney trigger in the Series 1 gun, because that was the only major complaint that I had about that rifle. Okay, with regards to the scope mounts, I know I've found from trying to find scope mounts for these that it's a little bit confusing. All Weatherbys, and this includes the Series 1 rifles, they do use Remington 700 scope bases, so you don't have to buy anything that's proprietary to a Weatherby. You can buy a Remington 100 scope base and it will work just fine. It's what I have on both of these rifles. Okay, so this is target number 1 for the gold medal match. Kind of ignore the deer in the background, I was just trying to kind of liven this up. So this was a gold medal match, 168 grain target. That was a 2 MOA group with this rifle at 100 yards. The pig target down here, this is the first group I shot. It was 1.25 MOA. That was one of the better ones I shot with gold medal match. This group down here, my point of aim was the bottom corner of the pig picture. Again, this is 2.25 inches that I was shooting, so not super good. I shot this other pig target, 1.5. So we're at 1.5 MOA with gold medal match. Most people would kind of argue that that's pretty horrible. Okay, I thought it was me, I thought it was the barrel, I thought it was everything in between. I let the barrel cool to almost ambient temperature before I shot this next group, and I was not flinching. I thought it was me, I thought it could possibly be me, but now I'm not so sure. It's 168 grain ammo again out of a 1 in 12 twist barrel, which I don't think is going to cause any issues, and I'm getting 2.25 MOA with that group right there. That's more gold medal match. So I don't understand it. I also shot Superformance match, Hornady's load. The one I got was a 178, which is a pretty heavy bullet for factory ammunition. That didn't group well either. So this is 178 on this coyote picture here. That's 2.5 inches. And even though that stuff says it doesn't have increased recoil, I don't know if it's because it's a 178 grain load or not, but it did kick a little bit more than everything else I was shooting. This Russian soldier here was my next target. Same thing, Super Performance Match, it is 2 1/8. That's 2 1/8 MOA, so that's also not very good. I also used this bottom corner of the target later when I got frustrated with it. Shot another 3-shot group with that ammo, 1.75. So again, there's nothing impressive about that, even though it is very good match-grade ammunition. PMC doesn't shoot terribly well out of probably much of anything. I was getting on the order of about 1.5 to 2.5 MOA out of it, and it doesn't like American Eagle either. So, again, I'm not sure that too many guns do. It's, again, somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 MOA with that. The only ammunition I got to shoot very, very well out of this gun is Hornady Steel Match that uses a 155 grain bullet. And that would be this group right here, which is almost exactly 1 MOA, and this group over here. I shot it first, I knew that I flinched on this round, I marked it, I shot another one, and it tightened up that group. So that's what the real group should have been, and again, that's 1 MOA. I shot it again here in the middle, just to double check a 0. I didn't measure this, but I'd be willing to bet that that's very, very close to 1 MOA. So, and again, that's with 155 grain steel match. So, even though it doesn't shoot the really, really nice stuff, again, it's a $550 rifle, so I'm not sure what people really expect, but it didn't shoot the really, really nice stuff that well, but I think it could also be an issue of just barrel pickiness, and maybe there are other loads out there that it would like better.